Now, you may have seen, or didn't see, or maybe even attended the big protest and march that happened yesterday at the Capitol, Washington, D.C. I wonder if anyone paid attention to that or joined that or whatever else. But I watched the whole broadcast that was happening. I knew quite a bit of the people there. So what was it all about? Well, it was about the whole mandates, just all the mandates happening, and some of the things that are obviously wrong with that, and to just stop those mandates. It's like, yeah. Now, of course, I'm going to plan on posting this to YouTube, so I can't talk about too in-depth specific stuff about, various sorts of things. But it's also interesting because some of those doctors that were there speaking yesterday, or actually there's a panel of the doctors now in Washington, D.C., talking about, the early protocols and stuff like that, and why that should have been more focused on, and what to do going forward. But again, can't really talk too much on YouTube about it. But regardless, I guess the craziest thing for me is I don't understand why so many people get upset by the idea that it's your right to do whatever it is you want to do with your body, and you have no control or right to tell someone else what to do. What's the problem with that? It's like, why do you have to force someone to do something that you want them to do? Now, some people may be like, but Elle, don't you realize that these people who are not, following the rules are killing people? It's like, okay, show me the evidence and show me the proof of that. Unless you have the proof to back it up, I'm not going to believe you. I'm not going to believe you because all the proof and evidence that's there is not in support of that argument. But regardless, I guess my biggest thing is I don't understand why it's so hard to understand the concept of whatever you wish to do with your body, you have the right to do whatever you want. Like, no one has the right to tell you what to eat. What if I got really upset, seeing some obese person saying this person is unhealthy, they're probably eating junk, their immune system is probably garbage, so I should not go near them because they're going to get me sick. Now, ideally, they should be losing the weight, they should be focusing more on their health because they probably do have a compromised immune system. They are more prone to getting sick and dying because they are obese and not eating well. But are you going to mandate them to eat healthier? No, because you don't have any right to tell them what to do. They can do whatever they want to do with their own body. It is their body. So what right does anyone have to tell you to do anything else? If you're going to force someone to do something because you're afraid of something, then how about you force people to eat healthier, take some vitamin D to boost their immune system, and guess what? They will not get sick. They will not get sick because when you have a robust immune system and you're eating healthy, your chances of getting seriously ill with something is literally non-existent. I mean, that's just common sense. That should be common sense to a lot of people. I mean, if you're sitting here eating a bunch of junk, you're not getting the proper nutrients your body needs, you're going to become overweight. What happens when you're overweight and obese? You're more prone to getting heart disease and diabetes. You could be very unhealthy. And what does that happen? What causes that then? A bunch of different issues that could stem from that. So, yeah, just why don't you think about that before all the mandates of protecting you, So, yeah, from my personal standpoint, I never understood it because you can't force someone to do anything that they don't want to do. It is that plain and simple. I'm not going to sit here and tell someone how to live their life. They can tell me how to live my life all that they want, but they're not going to tell me anything about how to live my life because I want to live my life the way that I want to, just like you have the right to live your life the way you want to. So I think that was kind of like the whole premise. It's here are the facts, here are the issues at play here. You shouldn't be forcing anyone to do anything. Just let people see. I think that was the biggest mistake out of all of this. If you really wanted people to, if you're really trying to sell something, okay, selling, the thing of, I think we know what we're talking about. But let's just say you're trying to sell it, you're trying to promote it, you're trying to get people to get it. Well, what better way than to force people to get it, right? right? No, actually that has the complete opposite effect. When you force someone to do it, people start to question and go, why do they want me to take it so much? Why do they want me to get this thing so much? It's kind of weird. It's kind of odd. And then they start looking information up, and they start realizing, oh, But if you said, it's entirely up to you if you wish to get it, I mean, here are some of the facts about it, whatever else, and there would be lies in there, but it's entirely up to you. It's completely voluntary. Guess what? If you were nice about it, there would have been more people that would have stood in that line and bought that product. Okay? But they weren't nice about it. They were rude, hateful, threatened you. Well, first bribed you and then threatened you. Well, first it was optional. It was voluntary. And then it became, we're going to bribe you. And then third, it became, we're going to threaten you now. We're going to threaten multiple parts of your life in order for you to get this product. Some people complied, some people didn't comply, but yeah, the more you do that, it's just going to backfire. And it already has backfired. I think plenty of people at this point are aware of what's going on and are awake to what's going on. So all the conspiracy theorists that were commenting on my videos about, don't you watch the news? And you're going to die if you're around your family for the holidays. Those conspiracy theorists claim to be nurses. All of them claim to be nurses, which I kind of doubt. They probably live in their mother's basement. Obese men living in their mother's basement who don't even know what an immune system is. Regardless, that's probably what they are, which is just like, ugh. But regardless, no one has the right to tell me what to do. No one has the right to tell you what to do. And anyone who's trying to force you to do something, nope, sorry, not going to happen. So that was all for this video. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you attended the thing yesterday or if you're watching the panel discussion today, such as what I am. Always watched all of these at thehighwire.com. You can check that out. And yeah, it's just a bunch of great resources you can find. Helpful resources, okay? So that was all. Have a great one. Catch you later. Bye-bye.